But getting into the 74 mags, the Bakelite ones, people call these like Beaver Barf. It's got that weird texture to it. They almost look like a wood impregnated Bakelite or something. Kind of like the VZ58 furniture. I don't know how common these are. I mean, I know they're out there, how long they were produced and in service. But generally the more common ones are like this Izzy and Tula. This Izzy one's got some nice stamps. And then here's just, show you some color variation. And this one's actually got some really nice stamps too. Alright, next we have what's called a brown Tula. It's probably hard to tell in this lighting, but these are actually kind of rare. They're not plum, it's actually a brown color. And I believe these were manufactured for a certain generation of crank rifles, the AKS74Us that were imported with some kits. But they got a real cool color, and it's just something I wanted for the collection when I saw one. I think I paid 80 bucks for this, which might be high, I don't know, but it was worth it. Then you've got the Tula plums. This one's just got some real cool color distortion or colorations in it. I regret it because I still have a bunch of these Tulas, but I had a bunch years ago that were darker, and they just had a ton of fleck in them. What people call fleck. It's like this stuck. All those little light fibers, look like fibers in the plastic. But I had some that had that, and at the time I just preferred the look of the Izzy plums better, so I traded them off for the Izzy plums. I even had them that had stamps. If you took the floor plate out, there were stamps on the floor plate. I wish I still had those. But here's another Tula. I like this coloration, like the lighter Tula plums. Outside, these just look really good, these light colored ones. And then here's just another, color variation. This one's kind of beat up, but I really like the paint markings on it. And these by far are not all my mags. I just wanted to get a good representation of what there was. So we'll go into the Izzy 74 mags. There's a lot of different color variations of these also. This one's a more darker plum. Oh yeah, and on the Izzy's, you've got matte ones like this, which is like a matte finish. And you've got gloss ones like this, which are, shiny like the Tulas. And then, like I've said before in the other mags, on the mold numbers, you've got different sizes. And the size and placement of the Izzy logo is larger, smaller, different shapes slightly. Just some different variations. Here's a lighter colored one. And you can find these things in all sorts of colors. They're pretty cool. I've got quite a bit of them too. Then here's what's known as a sanitized. When they're imported, they have made in Bulgaria stickers, I guess to get through customs maybe. They just have a really heavy, some type of like epoxy or heavy enamel paint on them. But they're considered sanitized because they basically, the markings have been, the arsenal markings have been scrubbed. You can see if you look real close on it where the triangle used to be. And once you get this real thick paint off, it might still be under there in the mold number. I don't know why they put these fake stamps on it, just like a blob. I've got several of these and they all look the same. Underneath you can tell it's a Izzy plum, and you can see it inside some. The only other mags that were considered sanitized that I've seen are like these East Germans that were painted black, and I think these were brought in mostly by Robinson Arms years ago with the Vepr K rifles, and they're not actually sanitized because they still have a mold number, but the East Germans don't have any arsenal markings on them. Alright, then we've got the True Blacks, or what are called True Blacks. They're a black, I believe they're issued when the Ak74M came out. You've got the more recent ones that are matte black like that. And you can identify these. They generally have a 4 stamp, where the plums will have an M stamp. I do have one plum that has a 4 stamp. I don't know if it's a later version or what, but and then here's just another example. I just want to show you the variation like I was talking about in the Arsenal stamp, or Arsenal mold, I guess. And you can see the difference in the triangles. Here's another variation. It's more rounded looking, but this is yeah, this is a matte one too. And here, I believe these are earlier True Blacks, and they're a gloss. I like the matte look better, but I've got some of these just for the collection. But they're a shiny finish, kind of like the Tula plums. Alright, and this one, I believe, is a more recent. I've never seen these until recently. It's actually a textured, if you can hear that. And I thought at first maybe somebody had just painted some plums or True Blacks, but I'm pretty sure that's not the case, because you can see, you know, where the, you know, paint on the feed lips is and the lug, and you can see like where the mag was actually held, I guess, when the coating was applied. It looks factory to me, and some sort of, you know, remnants of a stamp. These are actually pretty cool. I wish I could get my hands on some more of these. But they look almost like they've been, you know, painted with something like similar to, you know, these textured spray paints. I might spray, you know, paint a few True Blacks or plums just to see how it compares. But these aren't too common. I think they're more current issue. Then we'd get into the 45 round RPK mags. I don't have any of the 40 rounds of 7.62 because I'm not a big fan of the longer 7.62 mags, how much they curve. I really don't even use the 45 rounds. I just have these in my collection because I've bought a bunch of them before. But you generally see 3 variations of these. You've got the shield in the circle. You've got ones that just has a circle that I believe are military contract export mags. And then you've got ones with just the shield. And like you can see here, all different colors and variations. Then you get into the plum Malott RPK mags, and you've got basically 2 versions that I'm aware of. This one's it's hard to tell, a matte version, and you have a gloss version. Same with the True Black RPK mags. You've got the matte version, and you've got the gloss version. And this one, actually, some of them that I got in a shipment had these translucent style followers and, you know, base plate. Not base plate, but the little detents. And I'd never seen that before. That was kind of neat. But that's a quick overview of some of the different styles of AK Russian mags I have. I guess I'll see you guys later.